So what happened between you and Harmony O'Neill behind the IV?
She stole from me. I let her know I wasn't happy.
By assaulting her?
Going through formal management channels got me nowhere. I was accused of lying. If the record could hardly be termed assault.
What would you call it?
A stern but friendly warning. Perhaps focusing on the bar manager might prove to be more fruitful for you.
I prefer to focus on you for now.
Go right ahead, Lara.
Detective Wade. You might be interested to learn that Kier Mitchell is still on our radar. He too has a history of violence and assault. It's hard to believe. He appears so mild-mannered.
Believe it.
Why? Because he assaulted you?
Please, that little runt.
He told us everything. The question is, why didn't you?
I was blindfolded. There was nothing to identify my captors or even prove the incident happened.
Yet you're still trying to get back at Kier Mitchell, suggesting I focus on him.
I wouldn't eliminate him from your inquiries.
Why confront Harmony behind the IV? Jump her? Place a hand over her mouth and threaten her?
I wanted to scare her a bit. I was on the way to my car, saw her and acted on a whim.
You're a bit of a bully when it comes to women, aren't you?
Oh, please.
Denise Roycroft.
Who?
From med school. She went to bed with you and woke up the next morning with Gavin Kappa. Some of your old med school mates remember Denise was very traumatised by the whole thing.
Which old mates?
Denise thinks she may have been drugged.
I think you've got the wrong end of some very nasty and potentially libelous gossip, Detective.
I don't think so.
You really are struggling, aren't you?
Well, hello, Ms. Jeffries.
We're just reading your memo about how Weston's gone west, eh?
Yeah, well, out with the old, in with the very old. Jeffries has a much nicer ring to it. I'm guessing this has something to do with the parcel?
What parcel?
It was a wake-up call with news of Mark, let's just put it that way. It's not easy, though. I spent half the night going through all the paperwork. His name is on everything, of course. The lease, bank accounts, insurance policies. But not for much longer.
I bet you feel better about it.
Yeah, I do. I haven't felt strong enough to face it until now.
Well, do you want a hand with the ring around? You know, making the changes?
Thanks, Joey, but I think the process of actually having to do it all myself is the way to go.
Look at you, you're beaming.
You bet. Tanya Jeffries is back.
Men of the world, watch out.
Well, former cue this week.
Take a look at these. I need you to account for your whereabouts on these dates at these times.
You've got to be joking. Some of these are months ago.
You've got time to think about it. Consult your diary, flatmates, whatever.
I diarise only work appointments, and I live alone.
Do the best you can.
If it's alibis you're looking for at the time of the murders, you're barking up the wrong tree.
After the way you threatened Harmony O'Neill, I'm just trying to eliminate you from my suspect list.
Ridiculous.
We'll start with here. Where were you? The night of Tracy Morrison's disappearance.
I have no idea.
Come on, it was only 2 weeks ago.
I was with Gavin Kappa having a drink.
Where? What time?
At his flat around 9:30.
Good. Let's double check that. Get Kappa, now.
So, Tanya's at Jeffries again?
Yeah, she was up half the night eradicating him from her life, apparently.
She mustn't have got much sleep. It was pretty late when I left her.
What were you doing at Tanya's?
Playing Scrabble, would you believe? Before she had a bit of a meltdown about Mark.
How big a meltdown?
Well, she was pretty upset. We talked for a bit. Must have done some good if she got into losing Weston's name.
I think she would have come to that decision on her own. She's a smart girl, you know.
You don't have to tell me. And now she's cutting the emotional ties to her ex, she can start thinking about moving forward with someone new.
The night of Tracy Morrison's abduction, you left the IV, arrived home around 9:30, and went to bed alone. Is that correct?
Yes?
You had no visitors.
No. No one.
It's interesting, because Justin Salt told me he was with you that night.
Oh, well, maybe I've got my nights mixed up, because Salty does call around for a drink pretty regularly. I'll have a think about it and I'll get back to you.
It was only 2 weeks ago. How much time do you need?
Well, not long. I mean, Justin can be right, because...
Don't even try to lie for Dr. Salt. It'll only get you both into very serious trouble.
Of course.
Would Justin lie for you, do you think? So let me ask you again. Was Dr. Salt with you that night or not?
No. I was alone.
Not a very nice man, is he?
He's my friend.
especially to women. Type A, mummy doesn't love me misogynist.
I've never noticed.
You've never noticed him talk down to women? Treat them like slaves? Drug them to get what he wants? You've not only noticed, you were there, weren't you, Gavin? So just how capable is our Dr. Salt of harming a woman? How far would he go?
I don't know. I don't know what Justin's capable of.
So any feedback on the name change?
Nothing but support.
You should be proud. It's a big step.
I am, thank you.
Although you should know someone thinks it means you're back in the dating game now.
Who said that?
Oh, no big deal. It's no one. I told him to can it.
Seriously, I want to know.
It was Kip. He seems to think a name change is all it takes and then you're ready for a new relationship.
Kip?
Yeah, well, you know, that's the impression I got.
No to the coffee, I'm sorry. It's something I have to do.
Sure.
You weren't with Gavin Kappa the night Tracy Morrison disappeared. So why did you lie?
Like I said, I don't keep a social diary. I must have got my nights mixed up. Easy mistake.
Because you don't have an alibi, do you, Dr. Salt?
Why would I need an alibi? If you're accusing me of something, Miss Wade, you better have some proof. No, didn't think so. No, if you'll excuse me, you've wasted quite enough of my time and I've surgery to attend. You know, saving lives as opposed to taking them.
We'll speak again very soon. Don't worry.
Please have something intelligent to say by then, because to date, detective, you're dumber than a box of hammers.
Oh, look out, people. It's the new and improved Miss Tanya Jeffries. Come on down. So, what does a guy have to do to get a date with a hot new single girl?
I am so angry with you.
Oh, too blunt. Miss Jeffries, it cannot have escaped your notice that I've become particularly fond of you. Perhaps you'd consider joining me for a
Stuff
bash.
I told you last night was personal, Kip. It was a really big deal for me, and I trusted you with it.
Yeah, I know.
So this is how you repay me, mouthing off to everyone that I am gagging for it, and assuming that changing my name means I am automatically hooking up with you. That I need a man or a relationship in my life to be complete.
No, I was happy for you, that's all. I mean, you're moving forward. You've been so unhappy.
I don't even want to hear it. I thought we understood each other.